Hello, people that in the house are doing. So, first of all, you know the way everybody pays their tax. Everybody who has a business pays their tax, obviously to the government. You know that. You know the way that is. So basically, you know, Apple and Google, all the big multicultural companies in Ireland, you know, they have a bit of leeway. In other words, when I mean a bit, it's a lot of leeway. Say they're supposed to be paying 11 million tax a year. They only pay 1 million, maybe, possibly, maybe even less than that, probably 3 cents or something like that. It's something, because this country's a tax haven. You know, big companies are allowed to get off with murder. And you know, nobody can say boo all to them. And the government won't take money off Apple. The Irish government won't take 11. You know, it's something like 11 billion or something like that. That could help the country a lot. And you know, instead the government are bringing it to the courts and saying, you know, we don't want it, in other words, which is the first time I've ever heard any country, I never heard such crack in my life, any country say we don't want at the money that, you know, the people of Ireland deserve. Obviously if you pay, you know, if you operate in Ireland and if you have a business in Ireland, you pay your tax. Even if it's, like, I wouldn't mind, this is a small business, a small rural business, and say take for example Lockford, that was struggling to survive and, you know, had to pay its last a few cents towards the tax man. You know, they'd be arrested, they'd be put in prison for the rest of their life if they didn't pay their tax. And it's the same as what my granny always used to say: if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander, and if it's good for the paddy, it's good for the you know, big international corporations. Because, you know, an ordinary paddy that's, you know, living in Lockford, you know, that doesn't pay, you know, is struggling to survive because he has a small local business, and he depends on his locals to, you know, keep the business open. Compared to Google and Apple, you know, there's not really much of a comparison there. They make way too much money, and it's only right that they pay their fair share and pay the money to the people of Ireland for being allowed to operate in Ireland. And it's the same with really everything. If you're an international company, you pay your share, you pay your tax, you pay towards the state, you pay towards you know, keeping the state going. And it's just shocking, you know, that the government refused to take this money off them. Like, I never heard such crack of a government saying no, they won't take the money off them. And then even the European Union was telling them to take it off them. And you know what? It's just mad. Like, it's unbelievable. I just don't know. That's the cultural one. Oopsie, the flag's gone. Oopsie daisy, sorry about that. But yeah, it's just mad. Like, if there was an only fellow, I'm just thinking of a few businesses myself, and they're struggling to survive, and, you know, when the taxman still goes to them and still says, where's the money? Where's the money? Where's the money? The government needs the money. And, you know, it's not much, you know, they have to be paid, you know, tax they have to pay, obviously, because they're on a very low income and they don't have much money. Some businesses I know. And, you know, they won't go near the Apple headquarters, they won't go near Google headquarters or anything like that. No, they completely just look the other way. They're not doing much on the accounts. That's the one thing for sure. But anyway, I can't believe I just got distracted by looking at the council to see what they're up to. Apparently not much. I couldn't help myself. But yeah, it's a bit of a joke, you know, not taking the money off Apple, because, you know, everybody should pay their fair share, and it's simple as that. If an ordinary paddy pays his fair share, then, you know, the big international corporation should pay their fair share. And I think it's only right. And if, you know, as they always say, equality, there's not much equality if you're putting somebody on a high pedestal and, you know, putting other people on that low pedestal, like the only working class people, you put them on a low pedestal, and you put the big international corporations on a high pedestal. I know what people would say too, you know, they employ a lot of Irish people. And that's true, they do employ a few people from Ireland, Google and Apple and these companies. But at the same time, you know, they have to pay towards the state. It's simple as that, they have to pay towards the state. And as I said at the beginning of this video, if it's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. And it's as simple as that. It's not much to ask. And obviously they wouldn't really miss the money. 11 billion to them is nothing. Because they're probably making something like, oh, God knows how much a year. And it's just, you know, to them it's like pocket money. Simple as that, because there's not much money. It's not 11 billion to these big international corporations. It's nothing. Compared to the only penny. that only makes 100 or 200 a week, and the taxman comes and shakes him down. But yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think. It's a Scott from One Bye.